Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Stitches and Stencils. This is a series that I do with MK and Janet. Today I'm using the Tiny Heart stencil from Scrapping Reflections. I got a couple of photos of Alex from 2022 that go in the Family 2022 album, not in his military album. I got some pocket cards because I figured I could use some of these bad boys up, and I got my sewing machine right here. So let's see what I can do. Okay guys, as you can see, I decided to go with a different stencil. This was the stencil of the month from January 2025. It is just kind of a full background stencil. I am going to use some red ink and go ahead and ink this entire stencil. Not really concerned with what is going on in the center because I do know that I am going to put my photos here. So I also did not use my mixed media mat underneath, which is my old pink mat that I had. I think it's about time to retire that mat. I have many other mats that are much easier to clean to use on this. I still haven't been able to pull the plug, like jump on the bandwagon. I don't know. On getting a glass mat. I have the Tim Holtz glass mat. I know that the glass mats can be larger, but I just don't really prefer working on a glass surface. So I can't jump on that bandwagon. I can't go for it. I think some of them are beautiful and I love that other people love them, but I don't prefer working on glass, is what it boils down to. Now, the reason why I decided to use this stencil instead of the heart stencil was because I was just going to do stitching straight down the hearts all the way and have a background just full of stitched hearts. And I thought that would be fabulous. And I was like, oh, Sandy, you should use this stencil and then you should sew around all of the stencil lines. You should do that, girl. Yeah. I should have threw this away, went back to the heart stencil and just went at it. However, so much fun. I jammed up my sewing machine righteously. There is a huge knot of thread now on the inside of it that I got so frustrated with it, I put the cover on it and stuck it away. So I've got to remember to fix that sewing machine. It's just super frustrating that happened because I did not get everything sewn on the page, and honestly, I don't even care. It was that frustrating. Oh, you can see I'm cleaning this up a little bit. I'm just using some squeaky clean cleaner. Gonna wipe that up. As you can see, there's still lots of mess on this mat, but there is my layouts, and then you'll see me do a little bit of sewing. I wanted to show you guys so you'd like you knew that I actually was sewing. So I'm doing that. I'm just going around the lines here. I am using white on white, which I think was probably the best decision because not all of the lines are sewn. So it kind of blends in a little bit. If I would have chose a bright contrasting color, that might have been a situation. But this is me looking at it and I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. I do have to cover up what is the top right now in that center. That is where my sewing machine got jammed up and it ripped the paper. So I got to figure out a way to camouflage that somehow. I do figure it out. But you know, it is a little bit frustrating here because, and I'm actually tearing apart the layout right now while we're talking because I realized I do not like at how deep of an angle this star paper is. Holy Moses, it's looks like it's about to fall off. All right, so that's adjusted. Okay. So I've pulled out some pocket cards, which is great, right? Like, using up pocket cards makes my heart happy. These are all square-edged pocket cards. They're a mix of Simple Stories and Ellie Studio. So I'm just going to use them. I trimmed down the photo a little bit so that I could use it as a photo mat. Now, this is a selfie that Alex sent us. This was back in 2022. So one is just him up close in the mirror, and then one is you can tell that this is a selfie. I mean, obviously you could tell that this was a selfie anyway, but there we are. Now, I am going to use these pocket cards to kind of do up a little bit of layers. There's no real rhyme or reason for it, other than I'm just going to layer up some things and see what happens. I am going to twist and turn the background paper for a hot second because, you know, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to cover up the most spots that aren't sewn and leave the most spots that are sewn open, right? Like that is what the struggle is right now. This does have patriotic colors in it. But like I said before, this is not going in Alex's Marine album. This is going in the family album. Definitely the album, since the kids have moved out, have a lot more photos of Christopher and I, or random stuff. But it's not like I want the kids to just completely disappear out of the albums, right? Like, the albums are for me, and I love my kids and I want to see them. So if they give me pictures, I'm going to scrapbook them, kind of thing. I'm just trying to figure out now where I want these cards to go, how I want my, like, my pile of papers underneath of it. And I'm realizing that I am building up everything on the top. So as you can see, that star paper is at a serious angle here, and you won't see the after, but I did just unpop the glue and make that angle less severe. I am going to grab a scrap of paper, and then what I will do is go ahead and give myself a ledge for my pile of papers to sit upon. That way it gives it a nice place to rest. And it kind of takes your eye away from the mess in the background, because the sewing, it's a mess, you guys. Like, I had that, it was a great idea, pretty poor execution, but you know, done is better than not. Done is better than not. I definitely want to fix that daggone sewing machine. It sucks because it had such good reviews. I had people personally recommend it to me. I've had sewing machines in the past, and they just don't make sewing machines like they used to. Even 25 years ago, they just don't make sewing machines like they used to. There's so many parts on this sewing machine that are plastic that in my old sewing machine were metal. And the old sewing machine, the motor went up in it. Like, it went up. It was going to cost a pretty penny to fix it. And I was like, I'll just buy a new one. I should have paid to fix it. It would have lasted me another 25 years. Anyway, that's just me rambling on about it. Yeah. So I'm going to use this Certified Legend die cut that came from some Coco Vanillo Studio collection to kind of camouflage that part of the paper where it just kind of got chewed up. So now here's the thing, guys. If you need perfection on your layouts, please know you don't. But if you do, This might be stressing you out. You might be like, oh my God, it's not finished. It doesn't look right. It's a mess. Sandy, what in the heck are you doing? I just have come to the realization that done is better than perfect, right? Done is better than perfect. And I still like the layout, even though the stitching isn't 100%. I still like it, and I still think it's a fun layout, and I'm happy with it, and it brings a good memory of when Alex was in Camp Pendleton, and he sent us a photo of what he was looking like. So anyway, I say all that to say I'm finished with this layout. I don't even remember what I just said, you guys. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out Janet and MK's video for their stitches and stencils layout, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.